we go. I'm going to look at an article here. And this is about a Yemeni parent stranded by Trump's travel ban. Actually, it's not simply Trump's travel ban. And we're going to find out that the U.S. Supreme Court upheld this ban for certain holders. She takes care of her family out here. And they stay in with relatives because of a travel ban. Now, there's probably more to this ban or to why that they were banned or not allowed to re-enter the United States. I don't know the details of that, but I do know that on June 26th, we read here that 2018, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the third iteration of President Trump's executive order that bars most people from 7 countries from traveling to the United States. And then they say that version bans almost all immigrants, refugees, and visa holders from Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Yemen, North Korea, and Venezuela. Now, this is pretty interesting because that is not true. It does ban certain areas that are known for being a hotbed for terrorist recruitment, and that is why that travel ban is up. And you can go and you can see what some of these imams might be preaching to some of these people. And so it is a well-known fact that there is a lot of extremism in some of these countries. North Korea, of course, one of them. Venezuela, who has involvement with FARC and links with Hezbollah and Iran. These are reasonable bans. This isn't too... but they want to twist it to make it look like it's a Muslim ban. It's not a Muslim ban, all right? If you see Saudi Arabia is not on this list. UAE is not on this list. Qatar is not on this list. Pakistan is not on this list. All right, so obviously it does not ban all Muslims. And this is absolutely ridiculous. And there are extremist groups in certain, even in places like Pakistan, very dangerous country. And personally, I would even caution sometimes a country like Pakistan that is known for that kind of extremism. But that is not a Muslim ban. There are plenty more countries around the world that do have a Muslim majority, and none of them are on that ban. North Korea does not have a Muslim majority. Actually, Venezuela doesn't either, that I'm aware of. But they do have a drug cartel that took over their country that do have ties to Iran and Hezbollah. And a lot of people have left Venezuela because of the drug cartel and the corrupt officials in Venezuela. All right, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Yemen, North Korea, and Venezuela. And the reason why Syria would be on this, because obviously you have ISIS, you have the Nusra Front, you've got various Salafi groups that are all vying for power over there with Assad currently running the country. He's, I think, Alawite, but he does throw in with Iran. And that is understandable as to why the U.S. would put this ban up, and why the U.S. Supreme Court would approve a ban like this. Alright, so we're going to look at somebody that is using their nurse position to deny me medical care. And I'm going to cross that out for the time being, briefly. And the woman we're going to look at is goes by the name of Lindsay Cornelson. She's listed as a physician as an APRN. And what happened is I'm alleging that I went to the ER to get treatment for an ongoing or for a reinfection from a parasite that I had already been diagnosed for at Grace Medical and had been told that I needed IV treatment. The woman would not screen me. She ignored my symptoms and pretty much virtually kicked me out of the hospital and would not treat me. So this was according to Grace Med that I could only get the IV treatment from the hospital. They knew I needed it and would not give me the referral, but I did go to the ER to see if I could get treatment. And we're going to find out that there is an ulterior, or there appears to be an ulterior motive behind this. Well, done with that article for the time being. And this time we're going to go and we're going to look into why there could be an ulterior motive to being denied medical. Also, them filing some things with another hospital in conjunction, such as false orders written to a court to defraud, which, by the way, is a type of kidnapping. All right. And this is the APRN or the ARPN, whatever. It's only current. And we're going to see, I'm going to note 1118 Buckthorn Court in Andover. And this is the previous address that she had, and it's important. And we're going to take a look, and you're going to find out that she knows a Khalid Muhammad. And they're both doctors, I guess, or in the medical health profession. Also, you have to understand way back when I had looked into Tamerlan and Joka, Catherine O. Russell's family are also in healthcare, ER workers. And so this could be because of that. It could also be because of the travel ban on certain people from Yemen. And you see the Cornelsons. So Lindsay either maybe dated a guy, maybe they're friends. Work together. They could be colleagues. I'm not saying that they're, involved in anything that had to do with that. And there we go here. And we can see here that he also lived elsewhere in Andover, Mass. He also had no phone. And there we go. Masin Ahmad. And Masin Ahmad is Yemeni, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't know if he's still in the United States or not. But his buddy or roommate, Cornelison, interesting, he also knows some of the Henrys. And Robert Nilram also is a relative to some of the Henrys. Doesn't mean everyone, again, with the last name Henry is automatically involved in this. But it could mean that there might be some manipulation going on with the family over the dispute as to what went on regarding my daughter. And now they're going to twist this into a travel ban problem, maybe. I don't know. But what I do know is that Mr. Khalid Muhammad, who's supposedly in healthcare or a doctor, doesn't have a phone. Now, I find that kind of strange. Why would a man like this, who is a supposed doctor or a nurse or some kind of healthcare practitioner, not ever have a phone? It's kind of fishy. But, it's not anything criminal not to have a phone. But, it does show maybe that there could be some reason for the harassment, and it might have to do with the travel ban that the U.S. Supreme Court recently approved. And it could also have to do with my daughter and me alleging kidnapping. And also turning in Boston Marathon bombers.